And just like everything we go to, want to check the area, make sure there's nothing here. Give it a spin. Doesn't look like it. All right, let's talk to the mayoress.
Are you mercenaries? I'll have you know that we do not take kindly to refugees in these parts.
Oh, good for you.
Why, you ask? Because they have overrun our streets and are now taking to the roads. Erdogan is sending our way anything with legs and a mouth that cannot wield a sword. You have your work cut out for you. There is no lack of honest folk in need of help to fend off the refugee menace.
All right, so just to bring up everybody on a little bit of lore, there's a couple territories that are currently at war. Let me see if I can pull this up on a map. So, Tiltren County is an independent state, and it's having its neighbors push all the refugees out of their territories and into Tiltren. It's not the refugees' fault, it's just the way that the things go. If you can't fight, you're no good to anybody, so get the heck out of here and go be somebody else's burden. It's not their fault. Let's swing by the forge. Now this, oh buddy, this.
You can use my anvil. I can also repair your armor. Oh, and I'm looking to hire a skilled blacksmith, if you happen to know one.
So he's looking for a blacksmith to hire. He also sells raw materials and coal. Coal is required for some of the upgradable items in our camp. Even better, raw materials, if I could buy all of these, that's going to be 100. I'm going to buy 5. You also have the option to steal. We're not, again, like I said, we're not going to be doing that. And before I forget, let's go to Ketelude and switch out these daggers. So the current dagger he's got, or sorry, she's got, is a rusty shiv. Dex +2 and gives you the stab skill. This other one is dexterity +3 and gives the ability to poison people. Now, if I really wanted to, oh no, that's not an offhand weapon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this dagger. No need for it with the upgrade. And it's just taking up weight and space in our backpack. Plus,
You can use my
I could sell for 16 gold.
I can also repair your armor. Oh, and
Now, by clicking on the forge, we unlock the profession for blacksmith. So let's go ahead and spend some time and have a look around. I believe blacksmith gives you +2 strength. So if we go to Heldart, +1 strength, sorry. You give him blacksmith. We can access the forge and have a look around at what we could possibly make. So right now, the only thing we make is offhand weapons like throwing knives, sickles, and hatchets. So when held in the offhand, this actually increases our critical hit chance by 3%. Throwing sickle gives us +4 guard, and throwing hatchet increases our critical damage by 5%. Pretty neat. We can also build a targ if we had some more wood and leather, which we don't. And we can build some base armor or rags if we had some leather, which again, we don't. That being said too, we could also unlock some more things. Like say, once we build some of the items on the list, this unlocks additional things we can go ahead and build. And it also gives us a chance to rank up our apprenticeship level and allows us to build more in-depth items. So, unfortunately, we can't do it now. So we'll just peace on out and move on to the next area, which would be the apothecary. So here at the apothecary, we can buy.
My concoctions can heal the most grievous injuries. Be sure to hold on to the vials after using them.
So we can buy more medicine. Medicine costs 39 gold per item. Again, very, very, very expensive. We want to be able to make as much as we possibly want. Now, in order to make any sort of concoction, you need empty vials. And as we use our medicine, we'll actually store the vials, so it's not a complete loss. Like say, for example, we use one medicine, That leaves us with 4 medicine and 1 empty vial. So if we find the items to actually build or use our apothecary to make medicine, we can make 1 more medicine because we have 1 empty vial. And away you go. Same thing for a cure for the plague. 60 gold. Fish oil. And of course, a couple of recipes. We've got strength oil. Sharpening oil. And of course, strength oil and sharpening oil here alone. 83 and 84 gold by themselves. Very expensive. That being said, though, let's go ahead and unlock the profession alchemist and start playing. The reason I didn't get deep into this game is I feel like it came out around Baldur's Gate 3 did, and playing 2 of the same never works for me. Wartales was actually out before Baldur's Gate. Yeah. I think at least a year. But I understand fully and completely. Like, Wartales itself was something that a lot of people never really paid much attention to, which is a shame, because I think it's a good game. And they may have watched some other people play it on YouTube, maybe saw somebody else playing it, I don't know. But never really sold, I guess you could say, like a AAA game. But yes, I will agree, like, between this and Baldur's Gate 3, if you have 2 games of the same kind of style, I guess you could say, then yeah, obviously if you're going to play one, then you kind of lose interest in playing the other. Because it's the exact same, so you might as well be playing the first one, right? So. I think you started playing it around the same time. Okay, there you go. I thought it was like open beta kind of zone for, yeah, like, I think Wartales spent a year in open beta? Somewhere around there. But, yeah, either way. Either way, it's a good game. And yes, I will agree that, yeah, like you said, if you're playing both at the same time, yeah, it's kind of hard for you to kind of really get into it. Now, with our alchemist, gives you +1 dexterity. We're going to give it to our ranger. I was thinking about giving it to the archer, but the archer could probably use critical hit chance more. So now, if we find a table, or if we generate one for our camp, we can actually build apothecary items. So for medicine, we need an empty vial, 2 snow iris, and 2 comfrey. So we already got 1 item of what we need. We're only about 25% of the way. 20% of the way there. Yep. Divide by 5, soul. You can do math. So we don't have all the items as of yet. Let's swing by the Three Hares Market and have us a look around here as what's going on. So we have us a couple refugees sitting around.
Can you spare some food?
If I give them 1 piece of bread, it give me 10 influence. It's actually not bad.
Thank you so much. I will pray for you.
And how about you?
For a few crowns, I can polish your armor. Please. I'm so hungry.
I'm so hungry. Bars 10 gold.
Here we go. A little spit and polish here and there. Done. So shiny I could go blind just looking at it. Thank you for all the money. It will be well spent.
Yeah, thief and prick. Well, he took 10 extra gold, so I'll keep him in my mind's eye. That's why I gotta be careful every now and then, ladies and gentlemen. Not every good deed goes unpunished.
Come. Take a look at my wares.
So this guy's got leather. He's got hemp. He's got cloth, and he's got rope, as well as a barber kit. So if we ever want to make a change to our character's looks, we just go here and buy one of these kits. And he's got trade items, which we're not ready for trade as of yet. So, that being said, I know we could use some leather. But we gotta be real careful here. Because I still want to talk to these guys.
I understand there's a war in Edoran, but that doesn't mean they can just help themselves.
That's fair. What I am going to do is I'm going to buy your salt. All your salt. Now I'm going to be very cautious. There's the meat vendor, and there should be a vegetable vendor here.
You touch it, you buy it.
Fair enough. But we're not going to buy anything else from here. We're going to leave. I'm going to swing by the inn, and this is where the hub of all of our information comes in. Like, for example, the lady in green here, she's a guild officer who gives out bounties and everything, so we can go ahead and make a little bit of money. There's usually about 2 or 3 other people in the bar here who we can hire. And the informant is someone who gives you some information about things you don't really know about yet for a price, if you want to try and get a little bit ahead of the game. We're going to ignore the informant.
Say, it's not often you see new faces around here. Well, apart from the Edoranian war refugees, that is.
So we do have options of buying some recipes, like apple pancakes, culture shock, which is mutton stew, apple pancake, and brandy times 6, and a brewing vat. Oh, okay, so this is for our camp, which allows one of our guys to be a brewer, who can then generate brandies or whiskeys, which then we can either drink or sell at a premium. That requires a fair bit of wood, though. We don't have that. He also has chef's platter. So as you can see here, some meals do grant you kind of some sort of bonus. Like for the chef's platter, this increases security in the camp by 20%. Lasts until the next rest. So where we had the issue of being potentially ambushed, increased by 10%, this would offset it by another 10. So like it wouldn't happen. So we're not going to be buying anything food here.
Come back often. There's always folk looking for work around here, especially since all the fighting started across the border.
We can also rest here for 44 gold, which is very, very expensive. We're not going to worry about that, but we are going to look for some missions.
Might you be looking for work? Our role as emissaries is to ensure that all service requests are fulfilled. We regularly update our job offers.
I would very much like to see what you have for work. So, the Ferdinand gang must have inconvenienced the wrong person, and now someone is willing to pay you to get rid of them for 185 gold. Easy mission. I'm going to take that right off the bat. Even better, shows us exactly where it is on the world map compared to our position, which is neat. West of town, southwest of town. Desperate refugees. Okay, we can grab this one as well. That one's way off to the east. Ew. And we can grab the last easy mission here. Dolan gang. Lots to the north. Alright. We got some easy ones around us. That being said, we might as well get to work. Let us depart. So, one gang to the northwest, one gang to the southwest, and refugees far, far, far off to the east. Time to hit the road. Oh, and there's something off here in the bushes. Mushrooms or wood? Wood, yay. None of that, but you can actually trade with some people here. Just by clicking on them on the map.
Might I interest you in my humble wares?
And they have some pretty cool items. Like, for example, we have poetry books, fish hooks, Alzazarian power, alchemical residue, mountain willows, and marsh parsley. None of what you were looking for. Now, hold on a second here. This gentleman.
I can
You!
use your armor for
You sack of garbage.
you. How did you find me?
I'm gonna get my money back.
Please don't hurt me.
I'm not gonna kill you. You got nothing. And I got my money back. Pound sand and bugger off, bud. A little more wood, a little more resin. Swing by the lumber mill here and see what's going on. Hey, some hemp. We'll grab that. Nothing else on the outside. I don't want to steal.
I am terribly sorry, mercenaries, but there is nothing of interest for you here.
Okay.
This is but a simple sawmill, and I am its humble owner.
Okay. Okay. Yes, there is an ornate key here. And I'm going to say I don't want to do this just yet. I'm going to say I don't want to do this just yet because we are going to get killed. Okay. First things first. Woodcutter. Profession unlocked. Strength +1. I believe that's profession for everybody. So some locations will have a stump out front where you can cut wood. This is free wood. Don't turn it down. So, I'm going to place a cursor on the wood cutting circle and press the button when the green circle overlaps the gray one to gather more wood. Quick time events. Gotta love it. Whoa! Tom, thank you very much for the gifted membership. Don't need to do that, but I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Nick Ma. Don't forget to let Tom know. Thank you. All right, let's see if I can actually do this. Yes, one. Almost screwed that one up. Oh, that's a lot smaller. There we go. 8 wood. You're gonna gift the subs has got to go out so I can't target, but either way, enjoy. Thank you very much, Tom. I do appreciate that. I do hope that wherever you're off to, have a little fun and have a little rest every now and then. And we'll see you on the flip. Alright, so we're not going to do this just yet. We're going to come back to that. Because we need some better, well, levels. I guess is the right word for it. But we are going to go after this guy. As you can see, he's a contract here. So this should be our gang that we're looking for. You betcha. So we got a gang leader, a hoodlum, and a poacher. Easy money. So they got leader's aggression. Critical hits increased by 30%. Don't know how familiar you are with the game, but if you hold down Alt, you can see items hiding in the grass. Huh. So. That's a thing. Where I'm going, just picking my girl up, leave this open low so you get the view. Thank you very much, Tom. I do appreciate it. So, there you go. Hold down Alt, you can see everything that's going on in the world. So what do we got? We got a bear trap. Don't want to walk on that one. I'll cause heavy damage to one of our guys. Polance's plant saw. There you go. I see what you're trying to throw down there, sir. Some other items on the map, like for combat, like this comfrey. If for some odd reason we take a critical hit and are dying, when you're dying, you can't actually do any other action except for run away. We can run over to one of these comfreys and use it and restore some health, and even deal with some poison, bleeding, or burning damage. And of course, there's a couple items on the map as well. These spears, you run over to them, grab them, pick them up, and throw them. But unfortunately, you can only throw them in the area that they're highlighting. So these are actually not exactly very useful to us. So, that being said, where is everybody? So we got two thieves here. Hoodlum is the one to act first. And Darloon acts second. And I'm going to probably want to tie Darloon up. Quick as I can. What's the best way to do this? I think that is the best way to do this. And of course, the poacher in the back, he doesn't go until a couple turns in. I'm going to have Ketelud deal with him. But we want to tie up the leader. Tie the leader up. Ah, now we're poisoned. That's alright. I shan't be too worried. Tank is a tank for a reason. We are going to devastate this guy's armor. Ow, that crit. That crit's put us in a little bit of trouble. Ranger locked down. Ranger is now poisoned. And Archer. We're going to need you to support our good friend here, Tarun. Really? You have a 12% chance of actually hitting your friend? Ugh. I don't want that. There we go. Alright, new round. So this is going to cause 1 damage at the end of each turn. They do 9 damage to all units in the area. Damage increased by 25% against poison units. Terror might actually wind up having a problem here very shortly. I think we may have to free people up here very quick. It's 5 to 6 damage. Gains fury. I'll take it. Damage of the next attack increased by 50%. I can still tag him. Not quite fully engaged, but I can still tag him. 50% increase. Let's see if we get lucky. 12 damage. I'm not worried about the ranger. Now, Tarun. I'm going to use weakening. Because I don't think we're going to kill him this turn. And I want his damage reduced by 50%. So he doesn't straight up kill me. Alright, dealt with the archer. Galvanization. That increases our damage by 50%, which is very nice. So we need this guy gone. Oops. Alright, I think we're up again. Okay, so before we go ahead and do anything, yes, we did survive the combat. What a wonderful time for the stream to drop. Let's talk a little bit about what we did pick up. We did pick up Ringleader's Coif, which gives +1 willpower, critical hit +1%, and armor +5. Assassin's Straight Crane skill? Let's have a look at our archer. Can't wear it. Light helmet. Can't wear it either, so we have to do some leveling up here. Hey, Richard, welcome back. Yes, we are back. We are not dead. Just, gotta love stream drops. That's like the #1 reason why I stopped streaming. But it happens from time to time. I guess that's how it goes. Oh well, but yeah, I was just covering what we actually picked up from the combat. We actually grabbed... what did we pick up? We grabbed some cloth. We grabbed a Ringleader's Coif, which we can't wear at the moment because we need to actually level up a little bit and get some skill. But we don't want to level up just until we have 2 knowledge points. So we're kind of taking our time with that one. But what we are going to do is we're going to rest up here at camp. Make sure everyone gets a good feed. $18 food, no one needs to get paid yet. And we're going to rest. That should take care of most of our issues. So now the troop is well rested. We have gained 2 of our valor points back. We also gained 8 happiness, which is great. And maximum valor points is +1. And we've actually gained 2 repair resources, which is even better. We used 3 in that last fight, so we gained 2 back. And call it good. And now we're ready to continue. Oh wait, there's something flashy here. A little comfrey flower and something a little flashy down in the woods. Hey, we got us some wild animals. I wouldn't mind fighting some boars for some leather and some meat. Let's see if the stream decides to stay up for a little bit. Okay, so... what do we got? We got rusty hatchets, bear trap, rusty hatchet, bear trap, and we got 1 boar we can see, and a little bit of fog here where we can't. So I'm willing to bet the other 2 are probably right in here. Oh. Not seeing anything yet. Oh, hi. Well, this is unfortunate. Immediately walked into getting surrounded. And that one gets to go first. Oh. Let's get to work. That boar is, in fact, going to engage our heavy hitter. That's fine. But I would like to do something a little bit more fun, I guess you could say. Run over here and grab this. Pick it up off the ground and huck it here at our dear pig. Mmm. Delicious. Of course, means we're not in really any position to do anything. And the boar has now gained fury, so he's going to have increased damage for his next attack. Well, as long as he goes for the tank, I guess it's not too bad. And yes, bacon is exactly what we want. 70% chance to hit our tank. Don't hit your friends. Beautiful. Big guy. Well, you're all by yourself, but I think you got this covered. Little wrath. Didn't quite get it. And 2 damage is 2 damage. Opponents are demoralized and flee. Do you want them to go win the battle? No. No, I want all the items. I want all the bacon. And there we go. Simple enough. We did use 2 of our materials for armor repairs, but that's okay. What do we get? Pork, pristine fangs, some grease, and some leather, as well as animal carcasses. All food items, all stuff we're going to benefit from. Where was that item here? Right there. More mushrooms. We're going to carry on our way here. Up to the top of the hill. Stop pushing buttons, soul. Pushing buttons is bad for you. I don't believe this loops around, but yes, there is a location up here, which is going to help with our knowledge points. Highland Trackers Camp. Alright, let's duck in here real quick. Whoa! I don't know if you saw that, but there was a whole bunch of animals just running at us here before we hopped into the camp here. So we might have a fight on our hands as soon as we step outside. I grab some hemp. And now that we got our 2 knowledge points, let's learn our career plans. Beautiful. And let's start doing our level ups. So, Tarun, our Swordmaster. What do we want to do? Well, right off the bat, we get to choose our specialization. So, we can do Protector, which gives us +2 Constitution. Allows us to wear heavy armor. And for a Valor point, we can use Encouragement, which gives all allies in the area gain protection for 2 rounds. So, reduce damage. Not bad. You gain Fighter, which is +2 Constitution, heavy armor, and destabilizing strike. Deals 67 damage to the target and applies destabilization for 2 rounds. Or we can go Swordmaster, which gives us +1 strength. Allows us to wear medium armor. And gives us a 2-point Valor skill. Deals 6 damage to all units in the area 2 times. Usable after 2 attacks. I'm actually going to go Protector because we want Tarun to be a tank. Now, as far as our skill points go, Constitution is going to be very high on our list of things we want to have done. Strength is good for damage. And movement. Well, movement allows us to move around the area. And you know what? We are pretty bad off for movement points. And if we got +2 right off the bat, I'm going to take it. Same with Melts. Archer. So we have a couple options we can choose for specialization. We have Valorous Audacity. Every time this unit ends their turn next to an enemy and is not engaged in combat, you gain +1 temporary Valor points. Every time this unit kills an enemy, you gain +1 Valor points. Temporary. And Valor Support. Every time this unit ends their turn next to an ally and is not engaged in combat, you gain +1 temporary Valor. So, for me, it's kind of a toss-up. I don't want to stand next to enemies as an archer. So it's either every time we kill one, we gain a temporary point, or every time we stand next to somebody, one of our own allies, we gain a temporary valor point. I'm going to choose standing next to somebody. Now as far as critical hits go, the crits are going to be very, very important for an archer. I'm going to upgrade them to 12%. Ketelude, our ranger. So again, every time we end our fight or end our turn right next to an enemy and is not engaged, right? As long as we're not the prime target, we gain +1, which is great for backstabbing. Every time we kill one, we get a temporary unit, and every time we stand next to an ally who's not engaged in combat, and we ourselves are not engaged in combat, we gain +1. I'm actually going to choose Audacity here, just because Ketelude should be doing some backstrikes. And we're going to give you increased dexterity for increased damage and critical hit chance. Now, Heldar. We have a couple options here. We have Vanguard. +1 strength allows us to wear medium armor. And gives us Relentless Charge, which disengages and charges in a straight line, deals 6 damage to all units in their path, and applies slowdown for 1 round. So halves their movement. We also get options for Smasher. Again, +1 strength and medium armor. The Poison Impact deals 6 damage to all the units in the area and applies 2 poisons to bleeding units. If we had someone to give bleed, that would be a good support item. A Destroyer is Constitution +2, heavy armor, and weakening blow. Deals 6 to 8 damage to the target and applies weakening for 3 rounds. I think we're going to go Vanguard. Just because Relentless Charge is very nice. You can use it to blow through enemies, get on the other side of them, causing damage, and then turn around and hitting them. Or you can also use it to disengage and move away, or increases your movement around the field. I'm going to grab a Vanguard. And then we're going to grab some more movement points for this guy as well. Alright, let's talk to these gentlefolk here and see what's going on.
Name's Brennan, Master Tracker. Our brotherhood is tasked with the culling of all the wild beasts on the continent. We reward hunters for their kills and protect the common folk from these vicious animals. If you want to join us and learn from us, you'll need to prove your worth and take part in your first hunt.
Okay.
Come back victorious, or do not come back at all.
That sounds fair.
Don't even bother trying to sell me your filth. I am in need of fangs to accomplish our ancient rituals.
So, the last time we engaged those boars, we got pristine fangs. We can actually use these fangs as currency, trading with these hunters. We get a meat drying rack, friendship necklace, cabbage perch, sage's reinforced layer, and defender's reinforced layers. So, certain armor levels allow you to apply certain 1, 2, or 3 armor layers to them, and they give you extra bonuses. Like Defender's Reinforced Layer gives you a bonus of +9 armor. Sage's Reinforced Layer gives you +1 movement. These are very nice things to have, but of course this is going to be later on in the game. Not really much we can buy from you. Everything's very expensive when it comes down to teeth. Druidinen.
Envious of our war paint, are you? You're not the first.
That's nice.
Sorry, mercenaries. Only those who have been initiated in our ways may sport these. To become part of the lucky few, you must travel to Ludern and ask the druid in the Tour's Glade. But be warned, the way there is fraught with danger.
So that's something we're not going to do right off the bat. All right. So there's a couple items we can have a look at. Of course, we're going to be stealing it if we take it. We're not going to do that. There is an opportunity here to cut some wood with our woodcutter. Screw that up. Ah, 7 wood instead of 8. Shame. But that's more experience for our woodcutter. And more wood for us. Level 3. 5 boars and a dominant style with enemy reinforcements coming. Ah. I don't know if we could fight this. I really don't know. They've already got more than what we have, and they got reinforcements coming. I think we have to run. I'm not gonna like it. That was mean coming out of the woods like that. And if that's what's in those woods, then we are not ready for that at all. Alright, so alt doesn't work on the world map. We just have to keep an eye open. Eye open for any shinies. Ooh. Ambush some poachers. I'll take it. Surprise! What do we got? Poacher in the back. The rusty hatchet. I think if we set this up just like this, we should be good. That poacher moves first. We're going to take Kedalude. Grab this axe on our way back. Nice. Let's close and engage. Quick kill. I'll take it. Galvanized immediately. Love it. That hurdle moves first, and that one moves second. And this is where we're probably going to wind up sacrificing Terun to be a tank. In all things tank. And that hoodlum better engage Terun. But we will take pot shots as we walk back. Perfect. Oh, this is even beautiful. Big ol' wide swing for everybody. Don't mind if I do. Mmm, delicious. There we go. Alright, so what we get? Lockpick. Outlaw's Tabard, so our first little bit of armor. Movement +2 and armor +8. Some crowns and some playing cards. Still do a little bit of repair, but that's alright. So as far as we're looking at here, this is light armor. Still can't wear it. Milt, can you wear a light armor yet? No, that's gonna be the next level before we can choose our armor, the class the guys here can wear. So we'll save it. And as we're talking, there should be the next group just around the corner here. I'm trying to keep an eye out for anything shiny. There's something. And ambush. Found the group, let's get in there. Free money is free money. Surprise for everybody, we got bear traps and hatchets, but nothing that's going to be beneficial. So that hoodlum's acting first. We got Terran to engage. Ooh, good crit. Well, that's a poison. But that's okay. That guy's pretty much dead here anyways. And there's a temporary valor point. Ow! That crit. What a crit. That's going to require a little bit of healing, I think. Our main target. Going to lock out the poacher. Does a little extra damage to everybody as we go by. Why not? Now our archer, what can you do? Snipe the poacher, let's see if we get a crit. Nice. Very nice. Good kill. Follow up on the leader here, Ferdinand the Cheeky. Let's get ourselves another temporary valor point. Well, we still got armor. And those with armor get extra damage done to them. 19, gotta love it. Let's burn a point and get the kill. And now we got Glorious. Exactly what that is. Ringleader's Dagger. Dexterity plus 8. Very nice. Loot it all, we'll do a repair. Oh, easy. And we're about exhausted again, about time for another nap. So off to camp we go. What do we got? Oh. Your Damit's about ready to level up too. We're going to add one more point to Constitution. Spend that 10 influence and increase that carrying capacity. Gotta love it. As far as everybody else in camp goes, what can we do? We have a look at kettle loot here and see what you got. So, the current dagger has a poisoning skill. This devious whirlwind is an area of attack skill where if I strike 2 people, then they're poisoned. But you can't choose whether or not you do the area attack or not. But again, like +8 dexterity is very nice. Very nice. That being said, the issue of food is going to be coming up here very closely, or very shortly. What can I build? I'm missing iron ore for cooking pots. A rope. For a hitching post. And what are we looking at for a tent? Rope and cloth. I can craft 1 rope. Which gives me more knowledge as well, the first time I've done it. But the cooking pot is something we're going to look at here, because we are going to need a cook. So we're going to start making some good meals. Alright, 18 food covered. And rest up. There we go. Happiness back up. Materials gained. Let's get back on the road. Oh! Looks like bandits and merchants are fighting over here. Let's get in there.
I beg you.
What are we potentially looking at here? Level 3. Well, isn't this just neat? I'm not going to engage in this. I can't. Level 3 is too much. Too much. I'm gonna wind up having to leave these guys, I think. Sorry, bros. Peace out. I was never here. In fact... oh, man. It's not the best thing in the world to do, but sometimes it's just one of those things where you you have to pick and choose your fights. And that, unfortunately, where the merchants help you, they will, but the merchants are not good fighters. In fact, with those missions, you're actually assigned people that you have to protect, or have to make sure that survive throughout the rest of the fight. So with us being brand new and not having any gear whatsoever, choosing those missions is not good. It's the same reason why we didn't engage those wild boars, because they're level 3, and that's a little significantly tougher than what we are. It's very, very important to watch out for your levels when choosing your fights, because level 3 will devastate you, especially early game if you're not up to snuff. So that's no go, bro. But we will swing by our pass, and this is where the game gets extremely in depth. You can use, there's like 4 different paths you can use, and you gain points through actions done throughout the world. Like, for example, we forge 5 tier 1 weapons, complete 5 missions, gain a certain level of influence, allow enemies to flee and throw items. We get points that we then can spend on whatever pops up here on the knowledge bar. For example, I've discovered 5 locations, so I get 1 point towards this level. And once I gain a level, it'll allow me to give a point into one of the knowledge base items over here that affect how the party functions. It can go from anywhere from increased movement speed while on the world map, better hit chance or crit chance, less food consumed while you're camping out and retiring, and resting, sorry. It has the option to do a lot of things. A lot of things. But we're going to slowly pick away at that. Unfortunately, though, I can see that the stream is starting to struggle again a little bit. So what I'm probably going to wind up doing is I'm going to call it here. If I can, I'm going to try and merge the 2 streams that we did today together. So that way it makes sense. Let's check the last one. It cut off halfway through the end of the combat. But what I think we're going to do is we're going to carry on with this series on the YouTube channel. And I'm going to try and do streaming events with this as well whenever the internet decides to stabilize, whenever it stops being kind of a pain in my neck. It's not exactly very good, but am I going to make this into a series? I am. Yes, sir. So yeah, like the idea behind it was we're going to stream for a little bit today, then we're going to carry on and turn this into a series on the YouTube channel itself. And whenever we get the chance, then we'll stream some more of it, or maybe even stream some other games. We'll see. But for now, Wartales will be being added to the channel as a constant series. So yeah, that's the plan. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming out. I do appreciate your support, despite everything going kind of sideways here. I know I would have liked to stream a little bit more, but I'm watching the bit rate just bounce all over the place here. I don't think it's indicative to a good stream if I expect everybody to keep on coming back here, because I crash every half hour, 15 minutes. So I do appreciate everybody coming back. I do appreciate your support. I hope you had fun. We'll be calling it here. We'll be picking it up on the main channel right from Stormcrump. And hopefully we get paid, because we're going to have some issues here in the next little bit if we don't start making some money.
I'm inbound on your starboard. 7 high 10. Eat this, Toaster. Target acquisition is screwed. Give me manual controls now.